Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. In today's video, I will be going over the new 4K Ultra HD announcements and pre-orders for September 19th, 2025. Direct Amazon links to the titles in this video when they are live can be found on my channel's community page. There was a little doubt hanging in the air whether F1 the movie was getting a physical 4K release. Well, have no fear, it is confirmed. On October 7th, it will be arriving on 4K, available as a slipcover and a non-exclusive steelbook. Both of these are currently up for pre-order at your various online retailers. Disney officially announced that Fantastic Four First Steps will be coming to 4K. This will be releasing on October 14th. It will be available as a slipcover, which should be readily available in stores and various online retailers, as well as a non-exclusive steelbook, which is also going to be up soon. And Amazon will be carrying an exclusive 4K steelbook of their own. Pre-orders have not yet started to go live, but I expect that to happen within the next few days. And the Lionsgate Limited exclusive 4K steelbook of Jacob's Ladder has finally gone live. This will be also coming out on October 14th. A24 officially announced that the Ty West X trilogy is coming to 4K, and this will of course include X, Pearl, and Maxine in one set. Pre-orders are already live over at the A24 website. No confirmed release date other than October has been announced, but I expect it definitely to show up before Halloween. And a new 25th anniversary edition of Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas starring Jim Carrey has been announced from Universal, and this is coming out on November 11th. Now, this isn't just a reprint. The original version of 4K only supported HDR10 and DTS:X audio. This has been given a new Dolby Vision grading as well as a Dolby Atmos track. As you can see, it will be available as a slipcover and a steelbook. Pre-orders have started to go live now. In addition, Universal has U571 coming to 4K. This will also be releasing on November 11th. This will be out as a slipcover and a non-exclusive steelbook. Unfortunately, no audio upgrade for this one, which is admittedly a little disappointing, but pre-orders have started to go live now for this one. And we now have the official artwork for the Warner Brothers release of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. This is coming out, as I talked about previously, on November 11th. And the slipcover edition here, which you got to give it to Warner Brothers, their artwork is certainly something. And to my eyes, a much more pleasing visual cover with the steelbook, which is not exclusive to any retailer. Pre-orders are now live. We also talked about this one in last week's video in the international section, but the domestic US release of Ted Lasso, The Richmond Way, is coming to 4K November 11th. Kino Lorber initially announced these titles as part of one collection, while they are now going to be out individually. So coming November 11th, individual releases of Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, Abbott and Costello Meet the Invisible Man, Abbott and Costello Meet Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy will all be out from Kino. And Sony has officially dated that the Luc Besson collection will be arriving on November 11th, and it is a mixture of both Blu-ray and 4K editions. This 9-film collection will have 6 in full 4K with HDR and Dolby Vision gradings. The 4Ks included with the set are Subway, The Big Blue, La Femme Nikita, Leon the Professional, The Fifth Element, and The Messenger, The Story of Joan of Arc. The last 3 films, The Last Battle, Subway, and Angel A, are HD only. Kino has also officially dated the Ninja Trilogy coming to 4K. This will be out on November 18th. And it looks like the Cohen Media Group has their first 4K release via Kino Lorber. Howard's End, starring Anthony Hopkins, will be coming to 4K, and this will be releasing on November 18th. The next film in the Ilsa franchise coming to 4K from Kino Lorber, Ilsa, Harem Keeper of the Oil Sheiks, is coming out on November 25th. And Criterion announced their December lineup this past week, and there's some interesting titles in here, beginning with His Girl Friday. This will be out on December 2nd. Paramount announced that a pair of Spielberg films are getting the 4K treatment. These will both be out on December 9th, including Catch Me If You Can, which will be out as both a slipcover and steelbook, and Minority Report starring Tom Cruise. Once again, a slipcover and steelbook will be out for this one. Both of these have started to go live at various online retailers. And we still don't have the official artwork for Kevin Smith's Dogma on 4K. We do have confirmation it won't be exclusive to Lionsgate Limited, and the release date is scheduled for December 9th. On the same day, Severin plans on releasing Saga Erotica, the Manuel collection, on 4K. Criterion's next announcement for the month of December is I Know Where I'm Going, which will be out on the 9th. Out on the same day, Salam Bombay is coming to 4K from the Criterion Collection. 1 week later on the 16th, American Utopia is coming to 4K from Criterion. And I will say, arguably, the biggest announcement to come from Criterion's releases this past week will be December 16th, Pee-wee's Big Adventure from director Tim Burton is coming to 4K, and HDR and Dolby Vision will be fully supported. And tentatively scheduled to come out on 4K, possibly within the next year, Network will be arriving on the format. And pre-orders are now live for an upcoming Amazon 4K Steelbook of The Long Walk from Lionsgate. No word yet if a standard release will be available. And of course, we don't have the actual date yet, but stay tuned to the channel for that information. Now in theaters and currently up for pre-order at places like Groove, a Steelbook edition of Him is now going to be available on 4K, and there will also be a standard release. It's time to go over this week's international announcements and pre-orders, and as a reminder, most 4K discs are region-free. To start things off in the international section this week, both the Jurassic World and Jurassic Park trilogies are coming to 4K in France, and this will be out on October 1st. The UK is also getting F1 in both a standard release and Steelbook, and this will be out on November 10th. Barry Lyndon is getting a 4K release in the UK. This will be released on November 17th, and it will be out as a standard and a Steelbook edition. The official artwork for the UK release of Out of Africa was unveiled this past week. This will be coming out on November 17th, and it also seems to have been confirmed to be getting a Dolby Atmos audio upgrade. I expect the US artwork to be very similar, and I will post that information in a future video. And Second Sight announced a couple of November releases this morning, beginning with Ty West's Pearl on 4K, and of course, Maxine is also getting a 4K from Second Sight. Now, when asked about the release of X from them, unfortunately, it doesn't appear that they have the rights for that one, so as of right now, just those two films will be getting a 4K release from Second Sight. Imprint Films has a lot of 4K releases coming out on November 26th, I've talked about in the last few videos, and some new ones have been added, beginning with Jackie Brown coming on that day, and Jade is also getting a release from director William Friedkin. And last but certainly not least, Silent Night, Deadly Night 1 and 2 are coming to 4K from Imprint Films, and it will also include a VHS copy and some swag. France has a version of Kingdom of Heaven coming to 4K as a Steelbook, and this will be out on November 26th. And Umbrella announced in Australia that Christopher Nolan's Memento is getting a 4K release sometime in the near future, and I also expect a domestic US release to be forthcoming sometime down the line. And Germany appears to be getting a pair of Steelbooks for F1 the movie, and we don't have a confirmed release date for either of these, but I expect them to be released sometime around when the UK is getting their version. So those are this week's new 4K Ultra HD announcements and pre-orders for the week of September 19th, 2025. Don't forget to head on over to my channel's community page for direct links to the titles in this video. As soon as they go live, I post it over there. But now I want to hear from you. What are you planning to pick up on 4K that was mentioned in this week's video? Sound off down below. And finally, a special thank you to all my patrons for your continued support. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.